Problem solved with the Paulk Station Ultralight. I was dealing with this long side, it intersecting over into this space here. The angle came up and into this, and I was going to solve the problem by shrinking this down and just dealing with just a custom cutout here. But I kept looking and fussing with it, and that's the nature of engineering, is just continuing to try to solve the problem. And so I moved the saw forward, and that reduces my support of material, but I feel that I'm okay. I still have a pretty good width here. I went from a 79 millimeter piece to a 42 millimeter piece. I was able then to bring the 60-degree angle right to the same distance in from the end that the other side is. It brought this built-in section and this floating section, it brought them out further. At my 96 millimeter spacing of these 20 millimeter holes, one series would fall right in here, and I fooled around with moving this around. There's just no good location. I'd have to come too far forward to get holes right on this edge, or again back. I shrunk this down from 3 feet. I could have went wider. The issue is when I go 96 millimeters and I go on the sled, I needed a number of spacings that ends where this edge is at 96 millimeters, so the center of this hole to this edge. And otherwise, if measuring from this edge to your layout for your bench stock holes, if you want to depend on that, then you couldn't do it from this edge, only from this edge. And I just wanted it uniform on all four sides. So it's 96N, 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 96N on all four edges. And it's not something that I use that much. I don't even really use bench stocks. I may do that. I may get some. I'm designing it to meet the needs not only me, but of the industry, and particularly the industry in the finish work and cabinetry, which is very much in the world of the millimeter, even in the U.S., and has been for quite some time. So I'm happy with that, but that did make this bench width overall to be 864. It's 2'10". In the length, I'm at 5'11" and 13/16. I'm losing 2 inches in width, and I kind of like it. Here I have fooled with the table saw. There's dual sets of these slides. I'm not going to leave 2 sets. I'm just trying to decide, do I want the saw further out, creating more space between the blade and the back side of the stop here, which is my ripping the offcut of the rip, or whether I want to push it out further and have less support out here. I don't rip really wide stuff. I use a track saw for that, and the track saw, I can lay big pieces up over here and use the table saw as a support and lay the track saw across it. And if I'm dealing with full sheets, if I'm building cabinetry, I'm going to be having the Paulk Workbench 2 set up for the bigger stuff. So I think that 2'10" is a good number, 864 by 1824. And so I'm pretty happy with that. This piece can be a replica of the other side with just this section cut away. So if I set up a template to do the 3 holes on this side, it can be used on this side and just do the 2 outside holes and just cut this away. The spreaders will be identical. I'm not doing the pole support, so the holes won't have to be drilled through 3 of them. So I'm really simplifying it, and my thought originally was, this is my most complex bench design, and because it's doing a lot. I mean, it's a very functional router table, a great table saw outfeed, and the best miter saw setup I've ever had. To get this in a 1824 by 864 package and everything fit inside. I am testing here the fitting everything inside part. So everything is in there. Of course, I don't have the spreaders and I don't have the cutout there yet. So I'll be playing around with this to make sure, because I do want everything to fit inside, at least for transport. Even if when I get to a job site, I typically pull this stuff out. I pull the whole bench out of the trailer, and then I pull all this stuff out and set it aside, and then I carry the bench in, and then I come back and grab this stuff in 2 more trips. I could carry the whole thing in, but why wear myself out? I'd rather get the steps in rather than straining my my muscles that much. But, you know, younger guys, they could carry the whole thing. But again, for me, I just think nesting it all in is important, to get it in the back of the truck, the back of the van, to store it so that you don't have all this stuff floating around. There is the progress, the update. If you got any thoughts as I'm designing this, something you'd like to see, something I'm missing, feel free to make comments. And if you like these videos, you like seeing SketchUp and how I use it, phenomenal program, easy to use. And, you know, I'm not supported by those guys. It's just my program of choice, and I have had some much more expensive CAD software and was very proficient with them, but I really love, you know, SketchUp got out early in the modeling world. Subscribe, ring the bell right next to the subscription button so you will know when I put up a video. And most important, share it with others. Help me grow my subscriber base. It supports the channel and encourages me to do more videos. I will be doing this project in the shop, so you'll get to see it from start to finish once the design is done. And obviously, I'll work out bugs in the field, so I'll get the design really close, and then I will perfect it in the shop with this awesome Moreland Ultralight plywood. And also, you can get a set of the current Paulk Total Station plans, Paulk Workbench 2, the new compact bench, as well as a smart wood shop. There is a link in the description down below to my Amazon store. If you choose, if you need something, if you click through there, Amazon gives us a little bit, and it doesn't cost you any extra, but helps support the channel. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a great day.